Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of No More Excuses podcast. I am your host, Sandy Ballard, the badass business coach. Yes, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing the podcast with others. And thanks for touching base with me. And if you haven't yet, please send me an email or comment here wherever you're seeing this. My email is Sandy with an I, Sandy@sandyballard.com. I want to know what's going on. What gets you fired up? Because, that's what this podcast is all about. Getting you fired up, taking charge of your business, your confidence, and your success. All right. Well, I don't know if you know this, but we're at the end of October. Yes, still in the fourth quarter, but deep into the month. And before you know it, the holidays are going to be up our asses. And your business may thrive on the holidays, or maybe the opposite, and maybe slowing down. Regardless, it's the fourth quarter. We can't stop it. And there's still shit to do, right? So for those of you ramping up the holidays, how are you managing the chaos, or how will you manage the chaos? And for those of you slowing down, how will you clean up for year and strategize for next? Right? And I guess it matters, but maybe it doesn't matter. Is this your first year in business or your 15th year in business? What have you done before during this season? I guess if it's your first year in business, you might not know. And you're in this to learn, right? If it's your 15th year, what have you done before? What's worked? What's not worked? What's changed in your business or your life this year? And that question does not matter if you've been in business for a year, 15 years, or 50 years, right? Change can affect us personally and professionally in so many ways. And it obviously depends on what the change is. Change in seasons, weather, economy, income, sales, your mindset, expenses, like mental and physical health, life in general, and probably so many other things that I'm not listing. Change is out there and change is inevitable. And change is only painful if you resist it. You got to learn to overcome and adapt. You have to learn to figure out how to work with change. And fourth quarter, it's the time to go all in no matter what, right? So today I want to give you 3 things you need to do right now. Review, yes. What progress have you made on your yearly goals, your big ass yearly goals? What progress have you made? What progress haven't you made? What's worked, what's not worked, right? And then number 2, what was your 90-day goal? So at the beginning of this month and beginning of the fourth quarter, I asked you to set a 90-day goal. Maybe you didn't catch that episode. Well, what's your goal? You got now 2 months left, right? What's your 60-day goal? Have you made any progress? If you made the 90-day goal, have you made any progress this month? And what has changed this year? And how has that maybe affected your progress? It could be health issues. It could be any of those changes I listed. Could be the weather was shittier than normal. Maybe the weather was better than normal and you got more done. I have a lot of clients, but one in particular has had a lot of changes this year, personally and professionally. Personally, she's going through a divorce. This has taken a toll on her productivity and the amount of time focusing on the business. With everything you go through with that type of situation, yeah, there's going to be some shit that's happening, right? Some, whether it's lack of productivity or maybe just diving all in because you're trying to just find something to keep your mind busy, and then professionally, some staff changes, hired additional because was needed, let some go. And also one of the things I helped her uncover was a staff person, a manager not doing their job, which cost the business thousands of dollars. And how can you not notice that? Well, sometimes you don't notice it right away. You have to review things. And when you're going through shit personally, you depend on others. You depend on those people, those key people, right? Well, the nature of the beast, you've got key people. She has key people leaving on maternity leave. Some have left and come back. Some are just leaving. Lots of balls in the air, a lot of changes, a lot of things to think through. But the main thing that's keeping this all together is planning. Planning what you could do and move quickly when changes were unexpected. So even those, unexpected changes weren't as painful due to us constantly strategizing and playing the what if game. I love to play devil's advocate, right? But also the cheerleader of let's go, let's do this. And their ability to be flexible, especially being open and honest and authentic with the staff, what's going on. And the fourth quarter for this business is about to ramp up. November through the end of January, it's all hands on deck. And one of the managers just left to have her baby last week, and she's not due back until December. And it's like, oh, the timing, right? That manager and I took our coaching sessions and made the time to plan, for her absence, which, it's about helping the rest of the staff feel okay, feel at ease, feel confident that they know who's going to take over while she's there, who to go to if there's a problem. But it's not just her department, it's the whole staff in general. And helping the owners feel more ease and confident that we have things covered. We planned accordingly and planned accordingly to what might happen if shit goes sideways, right? You've got to plan and strategize. And that's why I work with clients regularly, just to see all the moving parts, all the things that could go wrong. We don't want to dwell on that, but we plan, hope for the best, plan for the worst, however you say that. But it's working through those things and thinking about, okay, do we have all the processes and procedures in place, right? And then I have another client on the other end of the spectrum who is seasonal and wrapping up. They don't really work from about mid-November to February. Sales guys might be working at kind of half speed. They, are slower, but they still will answer leads, do a little bit of networking, and they're able to do site visits and proposals. So it's not like they're shut down, but the guys in the field are shut down. The owner tends to take a couple weeks off. And that's the thing. It's like, what are they planning to do? Because right now it's all about finishing up projects, getting any last minute details taken care of, and making sure all the clients are happy and have a full understanding of anything that is unfinished and how it will be handled in the spring. Again, a lot of moving parts, a huge amount of planning. And with the weather, it can be sometimes, it can be a little crazy no matter where you are in the United States or the world, but it can cause delays. But then again, you have a great day, you could jump on it and it could give them the opportunity to go out and get a little more work done, tidy some things up. So we take the time to review and make any necessary changes to be ready for the new year, be ready to kick off in the spring, and then fill in with the weather, nice or bad, right? When you have a seasonal business, especially one that can leave things undone, clear communication is key. They don't just walk away, or shouldn't be, and you shouldn't either if you're a seasonal business. You don't just walk away, close the doors, and say, peace out, see you next year, unless that is your business model. And have you communicated that clearly, right? So again, right now, 'tis the season to do three things: review, make necessary changes, and plan. Plan. It's a 4-letter word. I know it, but I love it. And don't let your foot off the gas, even if you are a company that slows down. Preparing yourself for that slowdown, preparing yourself for the restart, preparing yourself if you do take a big vacation or completely shut down. Some places do close down for 2 weeks around the holidays, but are you ready? Is your staff ready? If you have staff, you don't have to have staff to close down, because maybe it's easier for you as a sole proprietor to just go off and work from wherever. And that's cool if you can do that. But are you ready? Are you prepared? How will you communicate your absence to your clients? Have you? Do you try to still work? Like I said, maybe you can work from anywhere, but you're just in a remote location. You're not in the city or state that you normally are in. Are you prepared for any time differences? It's time to plan accordingly. So when you do pop back into reality, you don't have any fires to put out when you come back, including pissed off customers that didn't know you were out, even though you sent them 15 emails warning them, right? I have a friend that is going to Europe for a few weeks, and he's in the IT world. He is planned accordingly. He has a couple staff people that can handle some things, and he can answer the phone. It's just going to be a huge time difference, right? But he's prepared his clients. They know they're not going to get him, right? That's why like my one manager that's on maternity leave, she let everyone know who is in charge while she's gone. So you can do these things. Again, the world is so remote now, right? Depending on the type of business you have. So again, it doesn't matter. Do you want to take that 2 weeks off, 10 days off, a month off? Do you want to work while you're there? Sometimes you need to, sometimes you don't. But how are you planning to handle that? How are you planning to restart? Are you networking and or at least marketing while you're gone to keep things active? Or are you literally like a factory shutting down? What is your plan? I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what business you're in. Are you ramping up? You slowing down? Are you taking time off? You keeping going? What changes have you gone through this year, and how has it affected you and your business? That's the big question for today. And yes, it's Monday motivation. And to motivate you, I want to hear from you, Sandi at sandiballard.com, or go to my website, badassbusiness.coach, and find me there. If you need help thinking through things, if you need help with that plan, let me know. We all have to plan. It's all part of the game, right? A goals without a wish, or goals without a plan, are just a wish, right? Goals without a plan are just a wish. So are you achieving those plans, those goals? Are you making progress? What changes have happened this year, personally, professionally, in the weather, in the mentally, physically, all the things? What has happened this year that has helped or maybe hurt? And what is your plan, whether you're ramping up or closing down or slowing down, I should say? Again, I'd love to hear from you. Comment, email me, Sandi at sandiballard.com. And as always, thank you for listening and investing in you and your business. Until next time, stay badass. Cheers.